everyone, today I want to talk about a really cool topic, virtual idols. Some of you may have already heard of them, while others might not have a clue what I'm talking about. Either way, I think you will find this topic fascinating in this video. In today's society, social media is becoming increasingly digital, virtual, and intelligent. As technology continues to advance, the presence of artificial intelligence cannot be ignored. This innovation has brought infinite possibilities to the entertainment industry, and the concept of a virtual idol derived from AI technology is one of the most iconic products. A virtual idol is essentially a computer-generated character with a human form and a voice that can sing, dance, and more. They are used in all kinds of contexts, from music performances, to video games, to social media. Unlike real idols, virtual idols can evolve and change according to what is set, without being affected by things like time, space, or age.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're proud to introduce you to Ashley Eternal. Ashley Eternal is the most accurate and versatile holographic performer in history. Photorealistic and fully controllable, right down to instant costume changes.
It is really fascinating to see how technology has opened up new avenues for creativity and entertainment. And I'm excited to share more about virtual idols with you all. When we look back at the history of virtual idols, one name that stands out is Hatsune Miku. She's considered part of the first generation of virtual idols, and her creation is rooted in Vocaloid technology. Unlike real idols who rely on physical interaction with fans and limited media exposure, Vocaloid works are created and distributed almost entirely online. This gives them a level of diversity and riches that are hard to match. Hatsune Miku herself is represented on screen as a 16-year-old girl with long turquoise twin tails. She was born in 2007, and she was the very first virtual idol in the world to use holographic projection technology for a concert. And it was a huge success that really put her on the map. From there, she sparked a whole wave of production and consumption, paving the way for other virtual idols to follow in her footsteps. Whether we are talking about Ashley Eternal in Black Mirror or the superstar Hatsune Miku, one thing is clear: they are both virtual idols created using AI technology and voice synthesis engines. Virtual idols may be characters with a lot of idol-like qualities, but they don't actually exist in the real world. But that doesn't mean they can't make a big impact in the real world. In fact, virtual-related production does not cease in the virtual world but extends to the customer society in the form of a diversity of marketing products. They have become big players in the customer society with all kinds of marketing products and events based on them. For example, Hatsune Miku has released albums and held concerts in different cities using a 3D animation projection of herself on the stage as a hologram. And it is not just Japan that into virtual idols. In China alone, there are over 300 million potential fans. It is clear that the virtual idol industry is booming now, and there are tons of exciting opportunities for fans and creators alike. As I mentioned, the fan consumption experience of Hatsune Miku is unique, and not limited to music but also includes virtual concerts, merchandise, and video games. The virtual concert uses holographic projection technology, allowing Miku's 3D image to perform on the stage, creating the illusion of a live performance. Merchandise includes both physical merchandise such as character models or costumes, and digital merchandise such as downloadable video game content. The video game also features Hatsune Miku as a character. In fact, virtual idols are so popular that they are even getting invited to perform at big events like the CCTV New Year's Gala. This is a huge deal since the Spring Festival is one of the biggest events of the year in China. Luo Tianyi, a virtual idol, actually performed on this stage 9 years after debuting. It just goes to show how virtual idols are becoming more and more mainstream these days. Second-generation virtual idols that are based on the video games were born after Miku, which makes fans even more eager to engage and consume. For instance, in 2018, Riot Games created a virtual idol group called KDA, which is a group that appeals to gamers and helps promote the game. They even performed their song Pop Stars at the opening ceremony of the 2018 World Championship, which was a huge sensation. So the rise of the first and second generation virtual idols has paved the way for a new kind of virtual idol based on real people. A good example for this is the launch of aespa, a female group in South Korea, complete with corresponding AI characters. These virtual idols exist in a cyberpunk context and has a different ideology and value from traditional idol groups. They interact with fans in a whole new way as they exist in an imaginary parallel world. Entertainment companies add positive attributes to virtual idol images. Free from scandals and distractions, fans can have experience and be emotionally invested through activities such as cosplay, allowing them to enjoy a high level of involvement with virtual idols. The reason why virtual idols have become such a cultural phenomenon in countries like Japan and China, and why they are so popular among teenagers, is because they offer a pure and positive entertainment experience, free from the scandals and negative news that are often plague real idol fans. This phenomenon originated in Japan and is deeply rooted in Asian culture, which explains the prevalence of the aesthetic of cuteness or kawaii in virtual idols' design. As a result, virtual idols has become a new type of pop culture that has been embraced by young people worldwide.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. Most fans of real idols don't have an opportunity to meet them in person due to the distance or the sheer number of fans. Thus, for most of them, fan engagement is achieved through the streaming medias, or you can call it online platforms. So, the information that fans receive about the real idols is mostly through media like movies, TV shows, or on the internet, which is similar to how fans engage with the virtual idols actually. In general, their internet has created new opportunities for fandom to satisfy their fascination with their inaccessible and accessible heroes. Actually, some fans who connected with their idol through the internet are less concerned with whether the icons are real or virtual, but rather with how they are treated or valued. In this regard, also as information flow, virtual idols can offer more comprehensive service than their real counterparts. The core appeal of virtual idols is the interaction between fans and idols, where fans can chat or interact with them whenever they want. Sometimes that is almost impossible for fans of real idols.
Wait, that's not all. Ashley is also fully scalable. And when I say scalable, I mean scalable. No more squinting from half a mile away. Now the entire audience gets a front row seat, no matter how big the venue.
In summary, virtual idols have become popular in society since they can be controlled both for the company and for the fans. The Japaneseness and the Brico aesthetic defined by Black allow virtual idols to be created as the image that meets the public's wants and fits the aesthetics. The virtual idol fan system is a joint effort between both parties. Official digital characters are usually designed to lack detailed background settings, which is so they can be more easily adapted to different fan bases. For example, the fan community of Hatsune Miku consists of individuals with diverse social identities, such as musicians, producers, cosplayers, vloggers, tech nerds, otakus, visual artists, or designers. Miku empowers her fans and enables them to influence the aesthetic commodity they consume. When musicians produce music using Vocaloid sound, they often incorporate the image of Hatsune Miku.
Very simple chord and a very simple melody. And we need to convey or translate this entire thing into a Vocaloid and software. Let's set it around 80. Ooh.
And YouTubers will also create playlists featuring her music to generate more clicks and increase the exposure online. In these virtual idol systems, the lines between consumer and producer is blurred, creating a new fan economy. The majority of fans are known as prosumers, as they consume and create content for their beloved virtual idols. This fan engagement is not only provided a sense of fulfillment but also allows fans' creations to influence their image of virtual idols. Unlike traditional idol fandoms, this fandom of virtual idols is happy and motivated in their engagement. Eve, in an interview, mentioned that she chose ASO, a virtual idol group in China, because she disliked the isolation that comes with being a fan of real idols. In traditional idol fan systems, activities such as constant voting or conflicts with other fan communities are common. Eve was uncomfortable with this intense group atmosphere and could not connect with other fans. Therefore, she chose to be a part of a more harmonious and peaceful fan community surrounding virtual idol ASO. As virtual idols are becoming more mainstream, they are no longer limited to Asian countries or just appealing to male audiences. The trend has expanded globally and includes a variety of genders. For example, Leo Maquila, a 19-year-old virtual icon living in LA, has gained almost 3 million followers on Instagram and was even listed as one of the Time magazine's top 25 most influential people on the internet.
Probably asking yourself, how is this robot talking to me right now? Did y'all hear about the robot invasion of 2020? I mean, I've been around for a minute, but I feel like last year was on a whole other level. If you're late to the party, hey, I'm Michaela. I'm a 19-year-old robot living in LA making music and, well, I guess just keep watching and catch up.
Additionally, the virtual male band Superkind has recently made waves in the K-pop. Whether it's Ashley Eternal, Hatsune Miku, aespa, Superkind, or Leo Maquila, these virtual idols symbolize a new content carrier or vehicles of admirations. With their flawless appearances, unchanging looks, and greater accessibility to fans, these pure and adaptable virtual idols satisfy fans' emotional needs and provide spiritual fulfillment. As technology rapidly advances and the industry improves its technical capabilities, the image of virtual idols becomes more realistic, making the idol fan system even more perfect. This almost pure definition of idols and the perfect virtual idol fan system have led to a trend where the fans are increasingly choosing virtual idols over real ones. And yep, that's all I want to share about the virtual idols today. Thank you so much for listening.
지금 리콜 시간 끝난다. 그럼 또 만나요.